A weekend where 4 teams gets cut down to 2 here in the AFC. The divisional round contest is underway. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Let's go.
He's going to throw this one. Looking to his fullback now. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. This one goes for 3 yards. And that gives them the 1st.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Here we go.
To throw here on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board. Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's on the move. He connects downfield on 4. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys finish up an excellent opening series. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff is going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing right away. He locates Adonai Mitchell. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slam. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Out of the gun, White. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Pass caught along the sideline by Mitchell. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Receiver in motion, going left. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Hauled in left side. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. So that's the end of one in the... We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin Q2. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he takes this down to the 10 before hitting the sideline. It's a 21-yard gain, and it'll give him a 1st down. Running back sent in motion. 1st down from the red zone. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And no return, as this is going to be a touchback. And with our new kickoff rules starting this year, the ball only comes out to that 20-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Forced out to his right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Third and long for him here. Completed to his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
So Rigoberto Sanchez, the man who will send this flying on fourth down. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. 65 yards on the punt there. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Handoff on second and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 now from the 30. One of the tight ends motioning right. Going to the ground again on first. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be second and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Lays out left side and gets it. They strike for 23 yards. And they're going to have a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Second and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Man in motion here. Here he is on third and long. He sends this one to the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up fourth and long. Punt team on the field. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Go!
They'll throw it. Diggs there to bring it in. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
Looking, he's got it deep downfield. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. He'll look to throw. He's loaded another one up. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here, spotting our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give running right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll give him a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They've got 1st down from the 31. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll advance this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Let's go now.
McCarthy now, blitz coming. Complete beyond the marker. And he's in, touchdown! These guys take the lead right away in half number 2. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown! Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right down the middle. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Steady. 18, Pioneer. Set go.
Airing it out to start this drive. He's trying to push the field. He intercepts the pass. Caleb Farley has it.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And he will take this in. Touchdown! These guys make them pay for turning it over. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. To throw it on 1st down. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And they make the tackle at the 38. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. New set of downs for him at the 38. He'll throw it yet again. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Offense in the hurry up here. Working inside the red zone. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Dropping back to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
To the air, 3rd and long. And this is another incompletion. This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Tight.
Back to throw, needing a 1st. On the move, headed right. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. Stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Back 60. 70.
Back to the well again. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it. I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time. They really need to pick up a few yards.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Only 1 quarter left. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Let's go now.
They motion the tight end over.
Let's go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. McCarthy operating from the pistol. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys now within 1 score in the 4th. Pass on for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, I'm fairly certain he left his leg up there just an extra half second to try to draw the flag, but hey, you still got to be able to avoid running into him if you're the defender.
You know, Kate, you make a great point, and I've always wondered what these kickers and punters do in their meetings. I think they do that. They put on a pretty good show so they could draw a penalty, too.
Well, the good news is still a decent bit of time left. Maybe a little quick on the draw to dial up that onside kick.
Yeah, you know what happens, Kate, in these moments, right? We've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And you see my brain just going to overdrive, trying to peel back the layers as to why you would make that decision. And ultimately, I think it's because you don't trust your defense against this offense. That's a big risk to take. And now, unfortunately, you've set this offense up for success.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
He's back to throw. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Here we go. Set. Set the timer. Set the timer. Big.
He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead. Right up the gut. Ooh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. Here's 2nd and 11. And he'll be touched down after a big play. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Ready? Hey, hey, check that, check that. Top below 18. Check go.
Running this one left. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning. These guys leading by 7. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, McCarthy has his target. It's Johnny Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown! These guys go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
York tacks on that extra point. And these guys double their lead to 14.
Our home team, 14.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And this won't be a return. It's going to be a touchback, but because it hit in the landing zone first, Brock, per the new rules this season, the ball comes out to the 20 and not the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. They'll throw to begin this drive. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness. But couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Another throw coming on 2nd and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock, but by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Throwing now. Pushes it toward the sideline, and he has it. Feet are inbounds. What a play on 4th down. They get the first after a gain of 27. Still sticking with the passing game. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down. Throwing it again here. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
To throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception than just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw it. He's got it to his running back. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
2nd and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's on the move. Throwing this back in the end zone. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll run here on 1st down. Past midfield to the 45. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that